They love their crab cakes and they love their football. That's what Maryland does. And we are at M&T Bank Stadium down near the Inner Harbor of Baltimore. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First carry now for Justice Hill. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Justice Hill, the ball carrier.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. From the gun, Jackson. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. He can run for it, and he will. And nothing but daylight ahead. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Well, Lamar Jackson remembers 7 rushing touchdowns in his MVP season of 2019, and he's into the end zone here as well.
And when you hear that 7 rushing touchdowns in 2019, doesn't it surprise you a little bit?
Yeah, you almost expect more, right?
Yeah, in your mind you're thinking Lamar Jackson got in the end zone a bunch more. That might be what he does in 2020.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. On the return. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 20.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
He's going to air it out deep for Green. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. Taking it about the 16. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now, they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in this 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right?
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
They'll take over.
They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A handoff to Mixon, and he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Calais Campbell on the stop.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. From the gun to give to Mixon. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
Cincinnati.
First down. Here's Burrow. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. But it's going to be 2nd down.
25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
3rd down.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Cincinnati.
Joe Mixon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. A break there for this offense as they will get a chance to start at the 40-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 40. Now a shotgun handoff to Hill. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Hill, the ball carrier.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. Now Brown, he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From midfield now, Burrow. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
It's a gain.
Nice job there by Tyler Boyd finishing off the connection on the throw. Over 1,000 yards receiving each of the last 2 seasons with 90 catches in 2019. Was thought to be a complimentary receiver, but with A.J. Green out much of the time, he became a reliable and consistent target.
Open man is Ross, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
It's a gain of
32 that time.
Bengal 1st down.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Here's a give to Mixon, and he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Derek Wolfe there on the tackle.
There on the stop.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And now with a play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Tyus Bowser with a pick. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the first half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain him better?
You have to win against the blockers ahead of you. If those guys even occupy a defender for even a half a second, then Lamar Jackson is gone. You've got to take those blockers and move them so that you have clear vision of Lamar Jackson, and hopefully you can hem him in.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the 1st down.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Ravens 14, Bengals 7. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
14, Bengals 7.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Baltimore, you know, when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
They'll go with Hill here on first down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Hill, the ball carrier.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
1st and 10.
This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line.
Bengal ball carrier.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Joe Mixon. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6.
Brought down at his own 6.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. from the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down.
First down, Bengals.
Mixon with a first down carry. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
He's taken out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's Kevin Huber now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say that great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
No, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I
was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Coverage there by Von Bell.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And all the way down to the 42. A big play there for the Bengals. 45 yards.
First down, Cincinnati.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Got a man open, it's Ross.
Burrow's pass.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
A gain of 5.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Burrow looking to pass. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
And a good pickup there by Mixon, and that shows the talent that he has. Back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons, 4th in the NFL in 2018, 9th last year. But I look for those numbers to jump back up again with the introduction of new talent in Cincinnati.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. So his struggles just continuing here in the first half throwing the football, Charles. Now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know what they've always said? I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
Flushed out right. Bill Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Bengals have recovered it. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot, and that time he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
Check the hot read.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Letting one go deep for the end zone. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown.
Touchdown. Cincinnati.
John Ross as the first half is winding down. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Here's Bullock now for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14. Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
He's forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Jackson now. They set up the screen to Hill. Finding room at the 30. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Kickoff for Baltimore.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he returns this to the 22.
Phillips on the return. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Mixon. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
28, Joe Mixon.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation. On 3rd down, Burrow. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that will be incomplete. Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Here's Kevin Huber now, as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. And this will be taken at the 13. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Down and the 11.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on him. He was able to break that play up before he could get started.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, You got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Going deep downfield for Ross. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, they run with Hill. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 9.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. From the gun, Jackson being chased out left. And this is going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like.
18-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see when they decide to do a play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
On 2nd down, Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Now Burrow on 1st down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Ross. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
It's 2nd and inches at the 41-yard line.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Mixon with it. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively.
He was brought down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the 1st half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens' 42. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. Look at a nice little drive brewing right here.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And now here is another interception. It's the rookie linebacker, Patrick Queen. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
Watson on the tackle. He's brought down back at the 40-yard line.
Second and 15. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Play action. It's Jackson. And that is incomplete. Coverage there by Von Bell.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line.
4 yards.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
At the 14-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a 2nd down and 6. Now Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
3rd down.
Burrow will throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Here's Kevin Huber now. He's been terrific so far. Fielded at about the 28. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
Tackled back at the
Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Mark Ingram, the ball.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Pretty good results here on the 1st down run as he takes this forward for about 6.
The tackle.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
And 12 at the 44-yard line.
2nd and 12 now at the 44-yard line. On the handoff, it's Hill. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Justice Hill, the ball
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Andrews. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A couple of 3rd-year guys, couple of Pro Bowlers. Jackson to Andrews for the Ravens first. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll take this one down to the 36. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Gonna throw right side here, complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
Let's go, baby.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Your track, your track.
Again, it's Hill. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Justice Hill, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have broken the tie.
For the extra point.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
At the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Throwing now is Jackson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They'll run it out of the gun with Hill. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is taken at the 18. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a...
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Like a freight train off the edge, Calais Campbell with a sack. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
A final shot now for Burrow. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Incomplete. It's now 4th down.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you could just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there,